Hello from Ohio. Hi from New York. Hi. I hope everyone's having a good day. I've had a little bit of a rough one. So, one, I've been going through a lot personally. Two, I've been really busy with the manufacturing of my line, with producing content, with another project I've been working on. And three, I was working today and my computer crashed about 15 times. So it's been fun. It's been so much fun. My computer was crashing all day. I was in a meeting and it crashed about 5 times. I rendered a video on it and it crashed about 5 times. It's bullcrap. Thank you. I like my tattoos too. I didn't put anything on them today. Not even after I showered. I think I forgot to lotion. I'll do it later. I try to put lotion on every time I get out of the water because my skin gets really, really dry. My elbows get really bad, my upper eyelids get really bad. My, not my knees, but, like, that shin, the bone part where, if you shave as a girl or a man, that part that's right against the bone gets very, very dry. My inner of my elbows get really, really dry. And this one, I've had a rash on for the past couple weeks that it was really, really bad. I kept really itchy. I was not helping it at all. Yeah, I need a new computer. Yeah, with producing content and recording for YouTube and editing and doing all the thumbnails and all that stuff, it's a lot for my computer and my other computer to take. They're both really old Surfaces. And, they're great, and I'm very grateful for them, but I need a new computer. And I'm working on getting one built, so I, need a couple parts left. And I'm this close to getting it done. There's, I think I put a wish list together, to show people what I'm working on. And the computer wish list has, 5 items left, because I'm, so close to getting it done, because gratefully, I know some computer people, so they had some spare parts for stuff. So, I got very lucky with that. And I want to say thank you to anyone here who supported me in any way, even as, sent a loving message, because it means a lot. And it's one of the reasons we're here today. It's one of the reasons I'm in this outfit, being honest. Because this is the new version. This isn't the prototype. So, it's one of the reasons that I've made it 2 samples later. So this is the outfit I designed. This just looks a little different. So the prototype, the one seen on season 2, had this kind of lining, but a little thinner, a little spread out more, definitely more thread woven in versus just fabric bunched up and sewn together. And it also then had a shell or self going over it that was a little bunch of honeycombs holes. And for me that looked it looked really good, don't get me wrong, but the fabric I feel looked a little immature. So we made a second sample, and the second sample we didn't have the right lining, so we had more of a elasticy lining, and it just didn't stretch right. It held heat in. I wasn't a fan of it, and also the color didn't match. So now we made it to this, where the back is this white cotton, and then the front is the white cotton on the one side, and then the self lining, which is this really pretty, not striped, but waves of just fabric bunched together, and it's all over. And as we know, I don't have the second flare with me currently, but it's in that bag over there. As we know, we'll have the second flare, and the second flare is made out of the back of the shirt or the lining, so it's more of this see-through breathable cotton. and you have your stretch in your back area, you have your stretch in your waistband. The flares all come off at the knee via snaps, and each size has a certain size flare. So the smallest size has 7 snaps, while each other size has 8 snaps. And so, and that's what they look like. And we're going to sell snap caps for people that actually use it to work out, so that way you don't hurt your knees. So you guys can get snap caps for them too. And honestly, if the snap caps do sell, we might sell more personalized snap caps, like jeweled ones and stuff, because like that's where my life is at, is like the accessorizing and making like weird abstract art stuff, like any extras and stuff. I'm going to make one of a kind tie-dyes and stuff, one of a kind spray paints. I love it. I'm not going to collab with that person because pretty sure they're just going to make fun of me. And I'm okay, because I really don't want to get to the level of they made fun of me to the point where I make fun of them and actually hurt them, because when I make fun of someone, I will find your deepest and darkest insecurity and I will tear it out of you and hurt your feelings. So I don't want to do that. So you really don't want me to do that. But as we know, the top comes off. It's a 2-piece. The flares come off. The other flares are over there. I'll get them at some point. But we're hoping to make other outfits where the flare kind of pants will be the same setup, so you can mix and match the tops, and maybe mix and match the flares depending. We might do multiple colors. It really all depends on if this first 100 pieces is successful, and our size varies from my size to Riley's size, and we have 2 sizes in between. Aw, thank you. You guys are very sweet. Yeah, and anyone for going through something similar in school or something, just be very grateful that you made it out of that, because a lot of people don't deal with that a lot growing up until they get to adulthood and they crack under pressure, and you now are resilient and built to be strong. How was my day? A lot. My computer crashed way too much, and it made me really, really angry. Like, really, really angry. Like, I was rendering a 2.5 video, and I rendered it last night, and it rendered incorrectly, and I rendered it today, and it got to 94% rendered and canceled, and then I rendered it again, and it shut my computer off 15 times, and now it's rendering. And I'm very scared for when it gets close to done. Hi. What's with the question marks? If you don't put words in front of it, I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I don't just speak in question marks. Oh yes, for anyone that is on Facebook, I did make an official Facebook because there were so many scammers, because there were so many false accounts, and they weren't claiming to be fan accounts, and they were actually tricking people into thinking that it was me. There is a now attached Facebook to the Instagram, to the Linktree, so if you're on Facebook and you're following an account, make sure it's the account that has Fitclusion as its background. And also, that's connected to my Linktree, because they could also take my Fitclusion picture. Which I also have a company. I have my fashion company, my company in general, that is going to be funding, or not funding, but behind, the name behind my line is Fitclusion. So we're thinking about calling like the 3 to 5 outfit line Shauna by Fitclusion. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited though. I'm really excited. It's been like a year, guys. And we are almost here. I have a manufacturing wish list so you guys can see how things are going with manufacturing. I have to go into the city at some point and buy all of the bulk fabric. So I have to buy enough fabric for 100 garments, and we're going to make 35 out of the larger size, 25 out of the medium large size, 20 out of the small medium size, and 20 out of this size. And so I have to buy all the fabric for that, all the fabric for the flares, the added flares. I have to buy all the snaps, which is like 4,000 snaps. And I have to buy all the waistband elastic, all of the shirt elastic. I have to, do a lot. And I have to buy like bags for the manufacturers to put it in so it stays safe. I have to buy hangers because they don't provide hangers for small, petite people because they don't just have them. And I have to buy tags. I have to buy such a variant of tags. I have to buy care tags. I have to buy logo tags. I have to buy another version of tags. I can't remember. Oh, size tags. So there's a lot that's going into this. So my Fitclusion is going to be a business that sells anything and everything that I produce that's necessary for health and livelihood of people with disabilities and differences predominantly, but we also want to be inclusive to everybody eventually. Like my fashion line, yes, it's targeted towards feminine body or feminine wearing people under 5'4" to 3'10" right now. And we're hoping to branch below that. We're hoping to branch above that. We're hoping to branch wider than that. We're hoping to branch into specifically dwarfism with leg lengthening in some of the areas. And we're hoping to branch into disability and disability apparel, specifically like tearaway clothing or like disability accessorizing, and eventually like transgender and drag wear clothing, and just really embracing everyone and everyone. I mean, I definitely want to start with women under a certain height because that's what I know best, but eventually I do want to go to everyone, including menswear, and diving into all of the types of people, because we all deserve to feel the same thing when we put our clothing on, and that is confident and happy. And it's not something I've ever felt until I actually altered and made my clothing. It's not something I felt with regular, everyday Target, Kohl's clothing. And I want to make that feeling a feeling everyone feels, no matter who they are. So we're hoping to branch out towards everyone. And I'm eventually hoping to branch out to like other disability accessories, like accessories for like your car or like your kitchen or something like that kind of stuff, because if it's something I understand, then it's something that I can produce. And like I know what is necessary for my driving, and I know what is necessary for a lot of people driving, and we don't have it still to this day. So I want to work on that kind of stuff, and like if anything that like I produce will come through Fitclusion, but predominantly it's going to be the fashion line. See, yeah, I've always struggled finding clothing that I'm happy with. Like, I've always struggled finding clothing that fit me properly, fit me correctly. And yes, I have proportional dwarfism, but I'm still not proportionate. I mean, let's be realistic. My ribs end here, my hips start here. My waist is about an inch. Like, that gushy part is about an inch. And children's clothing does not fit the human body properly for that kind of situation. And that's because my hips and my ribs and, like, I grew here because I'm a woman. And, like, my clothing just never fit like it should a woman. And I always had those elastic in the pants, and it bunched up the pants and made me really uncomfortable. So I think it's necessary, and I think it's time. And like there's other companies out there trying to do it in other countries and stuff. Like Kamaya Dewey Fashion is a British company that's doing it for dwarfism and women and people under a certain height, like 150 centimeters. And they have a great startup, and I'm an ambassador for them. So you can either look at their page, because they sell sweatshirts and stuff. I'm about to buy from them. They look really comfy. Maybe yes, maybe no. To what? You gave no context. I'm tall, that's all I know. Well, how tall is tall in your opinion? Because tall to me is like 5'4". and people don't consider that tall. And I'm like, if you're taller than me, you're tall. Oh, thank you. Answer your question in the question box now. See, to me, that sounds very demanding. And honestly, I don't like when people demand something of me when they haven't really done anything to deserve that. When did I move? Well, being realistically, since that's your question and you asked it twice, I haven't. We moved out temporarily. It was a temporary thing because of the inflated prices in New York City. I would love to move out on my own. Unfortunately, I am not at the area where it may be possible. I'm hoping that maybe after the holidays, that's when I'll have some kind of groundwork into figuring things out, but also we'll see. I would, like I said, I would love to live on my own or live outside of my parents' house, but at this point in time, it's just very difficult. And I'm also launching a business. When with launching a business, you spend countless ends of money, and with launching a fashion line, all self-funded, just making the garments alone, making 4 samples was in the thousands. So my priority is, my company, and if that means I have to sacrifice some living alone time, then that be. It's unfortunate, but I would love to have the best of both worlds, but if I can't, then I won't, and I will choose my fashion line and my company and something that could be financially stabilizing long term versus running out of my house when I'm not prepared, when I'm not ready, and within 6 months coming back home to mommy and be like, Mommy, I failed. So, yeah, there's your question. To the other questions in the question box. Can I twerk? Watch I Am Shauna Rae season 1. You determined that for yourself. I don't think so. During Halloween, we were pulled on stage for a twerking competition, but still, I don't think so. The other question, I think it was just you complimenting my eyes, so thank you, but I will double check that. No, I'm sorry, people cannot join the live. I should move to Westchester, New York. It all really depends on what I'm looking for, because I am looking for somewhere that is, fitting certain requirements like security and certain situations, so that way I am safe if I am actually living on my own. And if I'm not living on my own, that, I'm living with someone I trust. Oh, thank you. Nah, you're the best. I don't know if I'm able to have more than one mod. Let me see if I can try to do the mod thing again. Add a moderator. Let me try. Okay. Maybe I can only add one at a time? I don't know. That was weird that it would only let me add one moderator. Yeah, you can only add one moderator to the live video. I don't know what's going on. But I did add you, Ryan, to be realistic. I saw your name before Lance's, so I added yours. Aw, thank you. I love you too. But like in a platonic way, like in a support each other way, okay? I don't want you to take that in a romantic way because I don't know you. Aw, thank you. You're so sweet. Oh my gosh. There's someone from high school here. I don't know if you want me to say your name, but hi. Yeah, see, I'm more focused on running my business and running, like, my fashion line and getting other things launched. Because I have another project that I'm working on. I'm going to an out-of-state thing in the next week or so. I'm going to be out of state this weekend, and then in October I'm flying out twice. Maybe. Then I might be driving to one. I think I am driving to one. So I'm really busy with other things as well, and there's a lot going on. So like, unfortunately, like moving out and stuff, especially on your own, it takes like doing all the research, getting all the furniture, and I don't have the time to even like paint my nails. So I'm trying really, really hard. I am doing it as soon as possible, and I know I'm gonna get to where I need to be by the time frame I want. And like I can say like I would love to have it all by the end of 2023, but it's probably going to be a little further into 2024 when everything starts to get situated the way I want. And you just got to look at the bright side. You got to look at the future, and like you got to look long term. It's a chess game, like I know that investing this time and money into my fashion line, I just have a really good feeling about it. I've never had like such a good feeling about something. I mean, like, everything I've done, like, starting the show, like, doing the YouTube, doing the Twitch streams, doing the fashion line, doing, like, certain events and stuff, it's all been fueled on, I just have a feeling like it'll work out for me in the end. No matter how much time I spend crying, how much time I spend stressed, no matter how many panic attacks I have, I feel like it's going to be worth it. And little by little, it's paying off, and I'm really excited because this is, like, I wanted to go into acting, and I still do, but having a clothing line or having a smaller stature, accessible clothing piece at least, or collection, was something I've dreamed of since I was 16, and, I always thought that it was going to happen by me becoming an actress and collabing with like Target or something and then having to develop something for my size. But instead, I took it into my own hands and I got it done. And it's almost here. It is almost here. And I'm so excited. That's just like the most exciting thing, is that it was my dream. I thought it was going to happen some other way, and instead I did it by myself. And yes, I had help along the way. There's so many people out there that I'm grateful for the advice they gave me, the roads they led me down, the paths, I went down. But I did this baby by myself. I put all this hard work in. And it's paying off, and I'm so excited. Thank you. I'm like gonna cry over it. Like, I'm just really excited, and this is not a good outfit to have with anxiety, I have learned. One, the ripples are fun to play with, but the snaps, I want to like just sit here and play with them, and you can't. I mean, with the manufactured outfit, like the final outfit, you should be able to, because there'll be rivet snaps, but these are sew-on, because sew-on's, easier to use for, sample products, and this is a sample piece. So, I can't play with them. I also have to wash this for the first time ever because I wore it out. And let me tell you that this restaurant's bathroom was so dirty. I got like little black edging on my flares and I want to puke. So we're going to see how it washes. Yes. We're doing all the tests before it gets produced. And you know what? That's a good thing. We're going to know what you guys are going to know if you buy it. So I'm super excited. Can we not do the long ... comments right now, here and there? If you do it again, I'm going to have to temporarily mute you or something because you just like completely muted everyone else's comment, and that is not fair to them. I'm sorry, but do I look pregnant? Do I really look pregnant? Is it the hips? Is it the hips? Is it the hips giving it the... Because I'm going to be honest, I don't think you guys have really ever seen me from this kind of sitting angle. And my family doesn't have small hips. Like, I got big thighs for my size. compared to the rest of my height, I've broken some jeans. And like, my thighs are not that big. I can fit my hands around it, so they're not even that big. Okay, not that part. But hey, we're not talking about that part. So the sizes, we're doing like a juniors. So my size is an 8. And then we did a 10, 14, 18. So the largest size fits Riley, who's a 5'2" woman, and she's hippie, like hippie, and she's got a larger chest. So I'm trying to find people to fit the middle sizes, but I don't really know a lot of height short people. Unfortunately, I'm friends with a lot of tall people. I'm 3'10", so the size range is from 3'10" to like 5'4". Maybe the ripples created an illusion. Nope. I think you just saw a fold and assumed chub. Which, if we want to talk about the chub, is there. She's there. Some days I look anorexic, but I am chubby. I do have some. It's just skin. I'm not even joking. I'm underweight. You don't want to look like this. I'm underweight. And it's not healthy. I try to gain weight by working out. So, I don't consider anyone a short person that hasn't been medically diagnosed. Would I say you're short stature? Yes. Now, anyone under 4'10", I believe, could be someone with dwarfism. But you have to be medically diagnosed. And just because you're a short-statured human, and let's say you are like an average human, you're completely proportioned, never had any medical issues, don't have any dwarfism on either side of your family genetically, as far as you know, you would not be someone living with dwarfism. Therefore, I would not consider you in that category. Just because dwarfism is a disability, and you can be below the average height or within the height requirement of a disability without having that disability. I think it is really easy to judge people so quickly nowadays, but I think the internet and our culture has taught us that. I think stereotypes were built and they were followed through, and some people either, lived to the stereotype or rebelled against the stereotype, and within that, it became easier for people not living with that stereotype over their head to judge someone based off of that stereotype, because maybe they only interacted with the people that filled that stereotype. And that's really how all stereotypes start. You meet one person in a category, because we have to put humans in categories, which is unnecessary. You meet one person in a category, or a category you deem, and you make a observation about them that becomes a judgment, and you carry that to the next person that you meet that fits that same kind of category. And it's ridiculous. I should not be paying or dealing with what you dealt with someone else in my situation, just because someone else, you met someone else with a disability or dwarfism and they weren't as well receiving to you, does not mean you have to be rude to me, does not mean you have to be belittling to me. Just because you met someone with a disability and let's say they were mentally handicapped to the point of, they weren't registering as much as they could be at their physical age. And, someone for the first time, that's the first disabled person they meet. They make a quick judgment, all disabled people are mentally not there at their proper age, so you talk down, you belittle, you child talk to every disabled person you meet from therefore on. And that's wrong, because I've had that happen to me. I've had people tell me, well, I met someone who was disabled and they were mentally at the age of 8, so I'm going to talk to you like you're at the... And I'm like, but I'm not. I'm not that disabled person. I'm not that person. And I'm also not at the age of 8, nor do I have the intellect at the age of 8. So, therefore you should not be talking to me like I have the age of 8. That is wrong. And that is what happens a lot of the times with disabilities. And I think that that's the hardest part for humans, is to not carry the weight of the previous person you met and put it onto the next person. Even if it's not about a stereotype. I mean, let's talk about it like in a normal day. I go to work. I get upset at my boss. I go home. I yell at my mom. My mom has nothing to do with what I'm upset about. I'm just pushing my emotions from the rest of the day onto her, and we do that with stereotyping. We do that with people we meet for the first time. We do that with our opinions, and we need to stop taking our judgments from one person and putting it on someone else. That is not that person's weight to carry. How's work? Stressful. It is so stressful. I have so many projects and jobs going on, and this one is one of the most stressful and time consuming and money draining. What did I do today? I had a meeting. My computer crashed about 5 times. I rendered a video because the video did not render correctly overnight, and I had my computer crash about 15 times while it was rendering. So I rendered again, and then I restarted my computer. I updated it. I had someone do some data checking on it, and then I started rendering it again. And it's over there. Done, I'm hoping, and not broken again. And then I was doing some hand sewing because I'm making a pin cushion. So I was filming some hand sewing, and then I had some work to do. So I did my work, and then I took care of my pups all day because I work from home while the rest of my family does not. This is not wine. I don't know if I've ever had wine this color. This is apple juice. I know, so alcoholic, right? When is my clothing line coming out? So I am buying everything supplies-wise right now. You can keep track of it by the fashion wish list, because once everything on the manufacturing is off that list, I mean, I'm going to end up buying it all. Once everything's off that list, you will know that we are producing the outfit. And then once the website is up and running, the outfits will be basically live. Because I'm going to put the website up after I buy everything for manufacturing. And then I'm probably going to put a bio and everything on the website, maybe go live, and then drop the outfits the next day. But website won't be live a lot longer than the outfits will be dropping, because there's no point to having the website if the outfits aren't on there for sale, So, though it'll be very, very soon, probably the latest October, because I'm getting it done this month. So all of the garments, it's only 100 of this outfit, and then if it's successful, we're gonna make another 2-piece jumper, same flare kind of situation, in a different color, and we may produce another variant of shirt for this fabric. I have all sorts of thoughts. I have all sorts of ideas on where I want to take it. I want to make another shirt. I want to make another outfit. I want to make a third outfit. Provide variants, and then maybe provide flare variants eventually too. So what the first launch is going to be is the shirt, the pants, flare 1, flare 2, And we're going to sell them all separate because some people may be a different size here, some people may be a different size here, and some people may not want flare 1, and some people may not want flare 2. So we're going to have them all separate. All of them will be sized correctly. And that'll be the first launch. And once that is successful enough to start proving like that I can do another outfit, we will start working on another outfit. I already have a prototype of one outfit. I just have to find like final fabric and stuff and get like the final pattern done, because I don't have a pattern of it. Good news is like we're going to use the same pants, like the same pants setup, so we'll have the pants already done. So yeah, it's going to be the 4 pieces, 4 different sizes, 35 in the largest size, 25 in the medium size, 20 in the middle size, and 20 in the smallest size. At least that's what I'm hoping to do. We might have to do 25 in each though. It all depends on what my manufacturer says. But I'm probably going to go with the primer. I think my job is hard or not? It depends on which job you mean, because I think they're all difficult. I think being a fashion designer or a starting fashion designer is extremely hard. I'm doing it all self-funded. I am doing a lot of the work myself. I found my manufacturer on a whim by running into a random person on the street. And I found my pattern person through them, and I don't know anything. I didn't go to school. I don't know anything about what I'm doing, really. I'm reading it all online and just figuring it out as I go. So yeah, it's extremely hard and overwhelming and daunting, and I feel like I'm in over my head when it comes to creator contenting. Yeah, because I'm doing it all myself again. I'm doing all my editing. I'm doing all my shooting. I am doing all of my work that you see put into it. Like, I do it all by myself. Now, when it comes to other things, yeah, I think everything is really hard because no matter what, I am putting myself out there on a broad span with what I'm doing, and that requires that I get judgment from people, whether it be good or bad, and putting yourself up for judgment is one of the hardest things you can do. Hellos. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Oh, thank you. I wish you nothing but success in your future. I should go to school for business. You and my dad think that. You know, we were walking down the train station to the train on the way home, and I was talking to him about the business and like how I want to, you know, start the fashion line, because this was all in the beginning. This is when we just met my manufacturer, and he's like, you know, maybe you go to fashion school for fashion business instead of the design. And I was like, no, because if I go into business, that's fine. I can go and business the heck out of someone else's line and figure it all out. But it'll be way harder for me with a business degree as the business person to try to make a small stature, little person, disability, any kind of inclusivity line, versus as the designer, make it and figure it out from the ground up. So I agree with you that maybe I should get a business degree, but at the same time, one of the things I know for sure is I've learned more on the field, more out there, than I have in school and with what I wanted to do. You know, I think that schooling worked for me, but I was very, very, one way of learning, and life since school has taught me to be multi-learning, and it's taught me to flourish in the uncomfortable. I don't think that's something school can teach you, really, or at least high school. Unless you have a difference, because then you're flourishing every day. I thought that said Clown Point, and I was like, that sounds like the creepiest place to live. I could. It all really depends. Because all of my schooling would also be self-funded, so it all really depends on the funds I get in. And right now, I just have enough funds for my fashion line. Aw, thank you. I believe you'll do amazing things also. You're so sweet. You're from Colombia? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Yeah, see that's the goal is if this is correct, if this works for the group of people or the category of people that we're trying to reach, then I can expand it. I can go up and down with the sizing easy peasy, and I can make a new outfit easy peasy. So I'm hoping, honestly, like with the one outfit, I can either make another outfit and then I can make a third outfit, and then eventually at some point I'm going to need to get some investors because I can't fund this all by myself. I really can't. You're from Hawaii. I hope that you're doing okay if you were affected by the wildfires. But if you weren't, hi. Aloha. Nice outfit. Thank you. I made it. I designed it. It's coming to a website soon for short women or 5'4" and below women. 5'4" to 3'10". Yeah, so I'm hoping to be able to afford schooling. Like, I've always known that schooling was going to have to come out of my pocket. And it's one of the reasons why, like, after not going, I delayed it. Because I was like, I can't afford it. It's really hard to, like, want to do something when you know and you watch, like, your sisters still having, like, really bad debt. And like you're like, nah, do I want that? No, I have a decent bank account. Bank account or school? Bank account, school. Bank account, fashion line. I'm not going to take any requests in my live, unfortunately, this time, just because I am going to end up heading out soon. I have a lot of work to get done. I need to finish sewing my pin cushion. I need to finish working on some videos. And I need to figure out how to wash this. It's really sad, guys. I mean, the thing is, it was a bathroom. Everyone's going to expect that. Also, you can't notice it. So good. 2 good things. 3, I know it's going to come out. It's just, it makes me really sad wearing it and knowing that it's got like little bathroom stains on it from the flippin' dirty bathroom. Hello from Canada, A. Do I like my life? I like certain aspects of it. I don't think everyone at every point in their life is happy with every certain aspect. There are certain things I wish I could change right now, but unfortunately those things can't. And I know one day they will. Yes, I have a Patreon. So there's early access to videos, early access to fashion designs. If you're on Discord, you get Discord benefits. At some point in September, I think at the end of the month, we'll be doing a chat with Shauna for Patreon tier 3 people. And they also get shoutouts on Instagram. So we will be giving them all shoutouts because, you know, we're supposed to do that. And it can't just scroll. So I'm going to shout them out the last 5 or so minutes, and we're leaving in 8, so I'm going to pull them up now. What part of New York am I from? I live on the island. Guess what island? No, I live on Long Island. How's Dan? Well, he notified me that there was a fake profile on Facebook, so I think he's doing well. I'm not going to answer that dumb question because the answer is obvious. It's a yes. Anyway, he's doing well. Tommy is well too. I was talking to Tommy earlier today. Tommy said that he started working out and that he's actually doing like really happy with it and stuff. Let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to get to the Patreons. Okay. Anyway, still doing acting and TV. Stay tuned. I can't really answer much on it. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna read it like that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm also not gonna answer the relationship question. I'm sorry. Yeah, it gets stuck in my head a lot. What am I drinking? Apple juice. Do I use the subway often? No. I honestly don't. I use the train more than the subway. But, when my friends and I go to, like, concerts and stuff, we take the subway sometimes. So, because it's about the last 5 minutes, I am gonna give a shout out to my tier 3 Patreons. Just because they're super sweet. And everyone that's helped me in any sense, I am super grateful for. In any sense. Like, even if it's, like, a sweet message. Like, y'all mean the world to me. So, I'm not gonna do last names, because I feel like that's very rude. But if they don't have a name, I'm just gonna read their username. So, first off, we have Andrew, Sergio, Prom Daw, Musical Medicine, Masnadaro, Brian Sauce. We have, I'm gonna shout out Tomato Guy because he's my animator and he's also head of the Guy Bread series and a moderator. Like, I don't know why you are subscribers sometimes. You get usually all of the stuff as a moderator. Chris 44, Anada tier 3, Corey, Washington Discovery, which is kind of a funny name. We have Tevin, Chris. We have Brent. We have Law Biddle. We have, I'm thinking they're a 3 tier, but it says a little more. Daniel, David, Vance, Chris, Titan Splice, Skylar Harmon, another Chris. So we have Chris S. and Chris. And then we have Lee, Lee is one of the Patreons who actually did some gifting to the fashion wish list. He bought some stuff for manufacturing and he bought some stuff for my creations. So I want to give a huge shout out to him because he also gave us a fan mail package to my entire family, including my sister that is not on the show. So it was super sweet. The list is a little long, but it's because I appreciate y'all so much. No, I'm not drunk. Completely sober. But if you think I'm drunk, that's great. You have a great one. I'm pretty sure you said this was boring last time. Again, you can hit the X. There's the door. You guys should go on the Twitch if you have Twitch, because we have little emotes and badges, and we have a there's the door emote and badge, and it's really cool. I think it's super fun. I'm super glad that I have so many supporters, and I view all of my fans or followers, or I view you guys all as supporters, because if you support me getting up in the morning and having a good day and, you know, just whatever I'm doing in life, you just support that, that means the world to me, and that makes you a supporter. So I am so appreciative to you for everything. It means the world to me. Aw, thank you. I just burped. But thank you. Do I speak any other languages? Okay, so mi español no es bueno, pero yo aprendo mucho palabras todos los días porque Duolingo. And I know a little sign language, like as far as the alphabet, but I only took half a class in high school. So that's all I know. My grandfather knows Russian. Riley knows a little French. My friend knows Korean and Italian, and a little Spanish. But me, just a little Spanish and English, and some sign language. Hi, Morgan. Thank you for the gifts. I already used like 3 versions of the chalk, so thank you. It's coming in handy. Yes, support me while I sleep so that way I don't have nightmares and I wake up and have a good day. Because I'm not going to lie to you, waking up is the hardest part of my day. Favorite band? I don't really have a favorite band. I listen to like everyone, but like if you're talking like old band, like I used to love the Cars. A lot of people don't know that band. They know like 2 songs by them, but they don't know the band. So yeah, I'll say the Cars. We'll go with that one. Do I have any hobbies? So I actually have quite a few. I count reading because a lot of people don't think reading's a thing anymore. So I bake, I sew, I read, I play video games, I want to get into knitting, weirdly enough, or crocheting, but I think that's just the sewing person in me, and yeah, I've been doing a lot more of the sewing hobby lately. Like I made a pincushion on the sewing machine, and it doesn't look so pretty, so I'm making a pincushion hand sewing, and I'm going to look at the difference. And I made a bodice piece or a corset, and now I'm going to work on a bodice piece for Halloween. I made a skirt for Riley. I am going to work on making a pillow and a couple pillowcases and stuff, so I'm doing a lot. Apple juice. Don't ask me the brand. I can't remember. I can ask my mom, though. I know, it was supposed to be a bodice, so I went in the intentions. I mean, my friend made a corset pattern for me, and she gave me the pattern, and I went in with the intentions of making this corset pattern more into a bodice. And then I laced the bodice up, and I had Riley tighten me up, and it actually took my waist in a little bit, not majorly, but enough for it to now be called a corset. So we're going to try not to do that with my Halloween costume and just make a bodice top. But at the same time, if she turns into a little bit of a corset and changes my figure just a little bit, I'm not mad. I am mad. What is our brand of apple juice? Little juice I drink. No, not ice. Not what the heck is apple ice? Not drinking? I'm trying to be well spoken here. I have a cute voice. Thanks. It came with, the tiny body. Yeah, I was like, it was a little hard to breathe in it when it was almost fully tightened. So it's doing its great job as a corset, but at the same time, the boob area is loose enough that there's enough airflow. So boob tape's definitely got to go on the chest with it, and then we'll see how the breathing works then. Where's the show on? I can post the video. Mott's. It's Mott's apple juice. I can post the video I posted on TikTok about the locations of it. But you can find it on Discovery Plus. There's bonus scenes on there for season 2. I think you can find it on, like, I'm just gonna look up the show. I'm just gonna do it for you. Okay. I am Shauna Rae. Okay. Where to watch? Discovery Plus with a subscription, Fubo TV with a subscription, Max with a subscription, Philo with a subscription, Hulu with a premium subscription, Sling TV with a premium subscription, Amazon Prime TV with a premium subscription, YouTube TV premium subscription, or YouTube from $1.99 an episode, Google Play Movies and TV, $1.99 an episode, Apple TV, $1.99 an episode, Vudu, $1.99 an episode. Do I cut my own fashion pieces? So this was manufactured. So when I make outfit in large masses, like this is a small batch, so this is 100 pieces that's coming out. So technically 400 pieces if you're counting each individual piece. Ooh, I have empanadas! We're ending this live soon. This is why it pays to live at home with your parents. Woo-woo! So when it comes to my own pieces I make in my house, yes. My bodice or my corset, I cut all those pieces. I sewed all those pieces together. My Halloween costume from last year, cut every single piece and sewed it together, except I screwed up on the bodysuit, so I had to buy a bodysuit, tear it up, and sew it back together because my bodysuit ripped. Inside fact, my original bodysuit ripped. And this Halloween outfit I'm working on next that I'm literally staring at and going to work on the bodice pattern after I end this live, I will be making the pattern, cutting the pattern pieces out, tracing it onto my fabric, cutting it out of the fabric, cutting it out of the mesh and the tulle and stuff, and sewing it all together. So, yeah. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But it's so worth it. And now that I know I can put grommets and stuff in with my press, like, I'm doing great. I'm gonna be like, I mean, I know I'm 24 and some children start young, but I did not. I started at 16 and I did not start to advance until this last year. So I'm doing great. Doing fantastic. All I can think about is my empanadas. I'm sorry, I'm starving. Yeah, I can't wait. So, you guys aren't going to end up seeing the corset piece until I'm done with the other pieces to go with it. Because I'm making more to go with it. But if you want to go and join the Patreon, they do have early access to what it looks like. And they're going to have early access to the Halloween outfit. And I'm probably going to try to make 2 Halloween outfits. And then I have a New Year's dress coming up. So I have a lot going on. And that's all going to hit the Patreon before it hits the Instagram and the TikTok and stuff. And then it's going to hit YouTube with how I made it videos. Empanadas are delicious. So right now, it is only this outfit for my clothing line. Then if this is successful, we're going to go into making another outfit and then another outfit. And then once that's successful, we're hoping to go into like modern clothing. And then once I have enough like success within the clothing industry, I'm hoping to go into the shoe industry. Currently, if you're looking for small footwear, try Cinderella of Boston Tiny Foot Apparel. Kamaya Dewey just launched a couple shoes, which I'm ambassador to, so you can try to get a pre-order on those shoes. A lot of them are kitten heels for shorter statured women, unfortunately, but Cinderella of Boston does have like 4-inch heels. I just got some like 4-inch stilettos from them. They're shrimp empanadas, because I can't eat carne or pollo. I'm doing well today. I am not going to lie to y'all. We are going to end it in 2 minutes just because I am starving. And as am I lifting? No, I actually have to get back on working out. I probably haven't worked out in months, like lifting wise, and I did yoga maybe a week or two ago, and I haven't done anything since. I've just been eating. This is just natural. I'm sorry, but this is just from counters. Like doing the push up and jumping onto counters, it'll get you this. Easy peasy. Any clothing stores I can recommend? So Kamaya Dewey, like I said, is the British one. There are a couple out there, but they don't sell like predominantly like large variants. I would think like you need to probably go to like boutiques. It depends on what location you're in and what's around you. And, you know, I think like you want to go to those places that carry that extra, extra small. Like the extra, extra, extra small and the extra small. Like that's where you want to go. If they carry low, like sizes, that's where you want to go. My friend, she has a online boutique. It's called NV Luxe. She carries clothing that goes small. So you can look at her boutique and, like I said, it's NV Luxe, Luxe, vintage. And they have dresses and stuff that went small. But I'm not sure what your size frame is. I'm not sure what your location is. And it all depends. Online, in person, is much harder than online. Okay, 1 minute warning, guys, because empanadas are waiting. Empanadas are waiting, and it's all I can think about. I have not ate much today. Favorite clothing brand? Is it too early to say mine? Is it too early? Because beyond that, I don't have a favorite clothing brand. I have never stuck to one brand. I don't wear like Gucci. I don't wear like anything like that. I wore a lot of clothes from Nordstrom because that's where I grew up. Like, that's what had those hippier, smaller framed clothing. And I bought a lot from Target brands and Kohl's brands. I'm a little redneck when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, I'm not a bougie person. I never really cared about brands. But is it too early to say mine again? Because this is comfy. Like, this is very comfy. I'm very comfortable. Okay, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this live. I hope you have enjoyed seeing the outfit. It's coming soon. I am working on the manufacturing. Like I said, you can check out the manufacturing fashion wish list to see how the progress on getting those items is going. If you want to buy something, I'm not going to say no. Never will ask you to, though, because at the end of the day, do what makes you happy and what you want to do. But at the same time, if you support me, I will love you to the ends of the world. But other than that, stay amazing, stay positive. Have a great night. Bye!